What is going on, everyone? This is Ninja Geek here, and what you're seeing on your screen now is some Battlefield 1 beta gameplay. I got the beta actually on Tuesday instead of Wednesday because I was a Battlefield insider, so I got to play Battlefield 1 on Xbox One for a good while, and I wanted to wait to do that to make this video, which is why it's going up on the day that the open beta is open to every single person who wants to play Battlefield 1, and the reason I wanted to get some playtime with Battlefield 1 is to give, first of all, my first impressions of how I think Battlefield 1 is, but more importantly, the reason of this video is to explain the difference, or I guess I should say comparing Battlefield 1 to Call of Duty, and I don't mean comparing in the terms of the gameplay styles, this and that, comparing it to Call of Duty. I'm talking about the general public's opinion and the sales of Battlefield 1 versus Call of Duty Infinite Warfare this year, and what my predictions will be, so this is just going to be a prediction video. This is not going to be actual factual information that's going to say, oh, yep, Battlefield 1's going to outsell Call of Duty Infinite Warfare this year, or the other way around. It is literally just suggestions and predictions as to what I believe will happen. So let's start off with the general information. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, when it was revealed, not generally liked by the public, very, very disliked, a very disliked topic even in general. It became one of the number one, or the number two actually, I think it was, most disliked video on YouTube. Very, very bad in terms of the way that people liked it. However, the Battlefield 1 trailer, when that came out, it was insanely liked. It was liked so much that people were saying Battlefield 1 is going to destroy Call of Duty, Battlefield 1 is the Call of Duty killer, and we've seen things like this happen before in the past. Titanfall is the perfect example. When Titanfall was announced, people were like, this is going to kill Call of Duty, and that's going to be it, and look at what happened to Titanfall in terms. Now, of course, Titanfall 2 is coming out at the end of this year as well, competing with Battlefield 1 and Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, which is a whole different discussion for a different topic for a different day that I don't want to get into in this video, but Titanfall 2 is coming out facing off against Battlefield 1 and Infinite Warfare. And Titanfall kind of faded. It's not like the game I'm going to say was bad, but it kind of faded out. And Call of Duty, of course, it is factual information that Call of Duty is still here. And whether you think the series is dying or not, because there are a lot of things that point to the fact that, oh, Call of Duty, it doesn't have as much players as it used to have, and yes, that is true, but Call of Duty dying is nowhere near anything other like any other series, because Call of Duty has always been in the top number one game, this most selling game of every single year, including that I believe it will be in 2016. However, in all previous years, Call of Duty is the number one most sold game in the video game industry, competing with other games. In when GTA 5 came out, had to compete with Call of Duty Ghosts. Now, Call of Duty Ghosts is generally another Call of Duty that has not been generally liked by the public, and when that came out, it was the number 2 spot next to GTA 5. So it had a little bit of competition because GTA 5 was so new at the time. However, that was to be kind of expected because GTA is another huge series, but also when that did happen, Call of Duty Ghosts, one of the generally considered most not popular Call of Duties, was still number 2. So here we go and have to think again about, will Battlefield 1 compete with Infinite Warfare? That is the whole scenario because, of course, everyone wants Battlefield 1 to reign supreme over Call of Duty this year, like Battlefield's going to kill Call of Duty, and I do not personally think that that will end up happening. There's going to be an audience on both sides, and Call of Duty is actually bigger than most people think, even myself, to some certain extent. Call of Duty has always been huge, and whether we like the Infinite Warfare ways that they're doing things or not, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, I believe, will outsell Battlefield 1, and here's why. It is because Call of Duty is Call of Duty. Okay, now whether you think the thrust jumps of the EXO or the new advanced movements will say are not Call of Duty, which I truly believe they are not. I don't think advanced movements should be in Call of Duty at all. However, Call of Duty at the end of the day, with the name tag of Call of Duty, is still Call of Duty. Advanced Warfare was Call of Duty, even though I don't consider it to be a Call of Duty because I do not like the game at all, and I don't think the advanced movement should be in Call of Duty. Advanced Warfare at the end of the day still has the Call of Duty price tag, the title on it, which means that it's going to be Call of Duty. It's essentially going to be that. So Infinite Warfare is going to be Call of Duty, and people are still going to pick it up for that. Now, here getting into more of the Battlefield 1 side of things, Battlefield is the same exact way. Yes, the setting might be a lot better than Infinite Warfare's, and people are more excited for it, but Battlefield 1 still feels like a Battlefield game. Now, I by no means any Battlefield expert. I'm not trying to say that I, play Battlefield all the time. I have played Battlefield 3 and 4 a good amount, though, and those are the only Battlefield games I've played, and from my experiences with both games, Battlefield 1 seems like a true Battlefield game. So if you do not like Battlefield, if you didn't like the Battlefield 3 or Battlefield 4 or any of the other Battlefield games more recently, I guess you should say, because it more compares to the recent Battlefields, that if you don't like that, the series as a whole, but you're like, yeah, maybe Battlefield 1 might be cool because it's going to compete with Infinite Warfare, and I don't really like Infinite Warfare, and I like the Battlefield 1 time frame. Yes, the time frame is cool, but Battlefield 1 still plays like a Battlefield game. So at the end of the day, this hype behind Battlefield 1 is all just a joke. I mean, Battlefield 1, while I do think it's a very, very good game, and I love the game, and I love the time setting and everything that it has to offer, it's still a Battlefield game. So in my own opinion, and in history, I guess, repeats itself, Battlefield has never outsold Call of Duty when it even was in its prime. Like when Battlefield 4 came out, it never outsold Call of Duty. Could that be a change this year? It might be, just because more people are excited for Battlefield 1, but in terms of actual replay value of people still playing the game, I think that Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, even with the mass amounts of dislike that it has, is going to have more people playing Infinite Warfare. And that is just what I personally think. Infinite, again, I'm not trying to hate on Battlefield 1 or hate on Infinite Warfare or either like both games. I'm coming out here simply stating that I truly believe that Battlefield 1 will not outsell Call of Duty, and it will not reign supreme or kill Call of Duty or be more played than Call of Duty. I think that Call of Duty will still be Call of Duty, and yes, while more people might want to try out Battlefield 1, I don't think that it's going to completely shut out Call of Duty, even this year, with Infinite Warfare and with all of the hate that it has. That is just my opinion on it, but you can let me know down below. Obviously, some people are one-sided, and then they think, oh, well, Infinite Warfare is not true Call of Duty. Of course, Battlefield 1's going to win, but when you look at it in the grand scheme of things, Battlefield 1 is still a Battlefield game, and the only people that are going to really enjoy Battlefield 1 are the people that enjoy the Battlefield experience. So if you don't like Battlefield, you're not going to enjoy Battlefield 1. I'm just coming out here and saying that, and especially it reigns true the other way too. If you're a Battlefield fan and you want to try out Infinite Warfare, and you don't necessarily like Call of Duty style, you like the Battlefield style more, then you're probably not going to like Infinite Warfare. That just depends on what type of games that you like to play, and that's ultimately what it comes down to. But that is pretty much the end of this prediction slash rant slash video, whatever you want to call it, and I'll see you, of course, on the next one. Leave your comments down below if you have any. This is Ninja Geek. I'm out, and peace.